Let me add myself. Hold on. That to yourself. There he is. Let me remember this. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, before I even put something up, shout out to the Kool-Aid Mafia. Where my Kool-Aid Mafia people at? Where they at? Where the Kool-Aid Mafia people at? Throw it up. Throw the Kool-Aid Mafia up. You see what it is. Your boy G. Bush is back in the building. A lot of you cats thought I was gone. You didn't know what was going on, G. Bush. Where you at? What's going on, G. Bush? We right back in it, man. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. I've been going for a week. Shout out to all the people that was reaching out to me, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't catch it, I dropped a blog on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We was talking about some different things, how to get Deshaun Watson. That was already pre-prepared. If you didn't know, I've been out a week. Your boy got COVID again. I caught COVID, was out and about. Me and my wife was down and out. So we was basically, quarantined. So I was off Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. If you've been looking for me on the radio, I haven't done my radio show in like 2 weeks. So now it's like crazy. People like, yo, G. Bush, is you dead? What's going on? What's happening? No, I'm still here. And we had to bring it to y'all, man. We was ready to go. And before we even get to it, before we get to the people in the chat, let's go ahead and just put the banner up. I just want to show the Cleveland Browns put a hurting on the Tennessee Titans. The Cleveland Browns put a colossal beatdown on the Tennessee Titans. And I'm so happy and I'm so excited to be back in the building because I'm supposed to be the Duke of Knee Jerk. But I saw a lot of cats jumping off the shuttle. I see a lot of people jumping off the train. I see a lot of people. I don't know if Deshaun Watson is going to be it. Now, trust me, I said Deshaun Watson need to play better. And today you got that better Deshaun Watson. Today you saw in full effect what the Cleveland Browns can be when you got a defense working like that and Deshaun Watson is working. And by the way, I'm going to just say it. The Kool-Aid Mafia is not about the Cleveland Browns necessarily. The Kool-Aid Mafia is a way of life. A Kool-Aid Mafia is the people that think a little different. They want to diagnose and understand things at a higher level. And we drinking the Kool-Aid because y'all don't see what's going on. Y'all only see surface level. You guys don't understand the long game. That's why when people say, G. Bush, the Kool-Aid Mafia, what happened to him? Where you at? Listen, I told him like this. It took us 59 games to figure out whether Baker Mayfield was good or not. Let that sink in. It took us 23 games just to figure out if Brandon Weeden, Social Security, 62-year-old Brandon Weeden was good enough. That's how many games he started before we moved on from him. The consummate all-time backup quarterback Colt McCoy, 21 games he started as a Cleveland Brown before we figured out he wasn't nothing but a backup. And then we get to, we can even go a little, the hometown hero, Brian Hoyer, he even got 16 games. So much to my dismay, do I hear my colleagues and some of my fans and some of my brethren out there talking about Deshaun Watson is washed. There is nothing we can do. It's the worst trade in the history of the game. Well, I don't remember you saying that when Brian Hoyer got his 16 games. Deshaun Watson has played, 8 games? 9 games? The audacity, the gall, right? The arrogance level, right? If he doesn't win a Super Bowl right now, he's not worth it. Well, listen, bro, we've already diagnosed what it is. I told you what it was. See, there's a lot of people that still ain't over the whole Baker thing. They're still not. They want to, like your ex-wife is not coming back through the doors. It's not, you divorced her for a reason. You're divorced for a reason. See, what happens when you have something traumatic happens in your life, most of the times what happens is you imagine in your mind everything being much rosier than it was. You forget about the bad times and the arguing and the fighting and the cursing and sleeping on the couch, not being able to get along, arguing in the grocery store about what you put in the cart, dumb stuff, right? But then you remember all the good times. Well, we did have a good time when we went to the movies at one time. Well, when we were courting and dating, we did used to go out a lot and have fun, man. So, and then you start to be like, I'm longing for that. And y'all saw Baker Mayfield have 2 games and you say, wow, that was the good Baker. And when you got that good Baker and you're looking around and you couple that when you're losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, guess what? That hurts your heart. You like, man, maybe it wasn't so bad back then. No, it was that bad back then. And he's on his 4th team for a reason. But the reality of the situation is when you get a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, you need to do a couple of things to make sure you maintenance Deshaun Watson. You see, let me give you an analogy. And right now it's 216 people here. Hit the like button for your boy. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to obviously get to your chat reaction. We'll do that. We'll coming up in the show. And we'll talk about game plan. Game plans matter. I thought Kevin Stefanski had a nice game plan today for Deshaun Watson. I thought he did exactly what I told him to do in my blog. If you haven't seen that blog, go back and check the receipts because G. Bush is the one that told him this game plan that you saw today, G. Bush was on it first. Go back and listen to that. Go to UCSS, type it in. It shows you exactly what you should have been doing. And they did that and executed at a high level today. Myles Garrett in the defense dominant. It's not debatable. For all y'all guys that is frenemies of Myles Garrett, y'all could officially shut up. All that, he's immature, doesn't make any plays when they need him. There's another gear he needs to find. No, you need to shut up. You be quiet, and you just sit back and watch one of the best defensive ends work his magic. And by the way, all y'all, it's too early to crown people, guys. It's too early, G. Bush. It's too early. And the Titans weren't that shut up. You get up out of here too, because you know it's coming. Well, I won't get all excited. It was just the Titans. No. We gonna get to y'all too. Myles Garrett, the defense is dominant. And Deshaun Watson was cooking off bat. He was cooking 289 yards. It should have been 300 if we wouldn't have got screwed out of that touchdown by Amari Cooper. Y'all got to start, listen, it's always the Cleveland Browns. Don't it seem like it? Don't it seem like we always get one of them calls? It was 300. 80-some% of his passes completed. I told you what they should have been doing. Told you how to move with this. And 123 quarterback rating. Come on now. Super Chats is available. We can get you right in. Super Chats, it's heavy reaction time because I know a lot of y'all is in the chat that want to talk about this win and you want to talk about it in a way because a lot of y'all feel like y'all was getting unstressed dude. Y'all feel like, oh my goodness, you guys, Deshaun Watson's garbage. And if you was defending him, you one of them guys. How many people was sitting there thinking the season was over with Nick Chubb? No. Season's not over. We got a couple of games ago. Season's not over. We're going to do it with Nick Chubb. And I told people when I rolled up, we take no Nick Chubb slander. There will be no Nick Chubb slander on any airwaves. I don't want you to hear him say they're better off without him. I don't want you to say, well, see, that you don't need a running back. I don't want to hear none of that. What I need you to do, put some respect on 24. Because we're not having it up here. We got to be some sort of standards. We got to stand on something. We're not going to let one of our own get talked about like that. So we're just going to let that be. Let's just put that alone. You lucky I went there last week. I'm just saying. I'm ready to go. Let's talk about this really quickly let's set things up a little bit here. Let's set things up a little bit where I'm at. Let's set something up. Nope, we didn't got that one. Deshaun Watson had his signature game, played his best game as a Cleveland Brown. And I think one of the things that I'm so excited about is the way we did it. Because I was preaching this earlier this week. And I came out with a blog that said they need to go ahead and use the Baker Mayfield playbook. And people jumped off the roof See, I do these things for a little bit. I do these things to see if you actually is listening to what I'm saying. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? I'm trying to see if you really listening to my blogs or you get caught up in the Kool-Aid. I'm trying to really give you, because I be really dropping gems. There's a lot of people out there that be thinking, oh, G. Bush is just funny and tells jokes. He doesn't really know X's and O's. If I wanted to, I give a master class on any position on this football field. And sometimes I just be modest. Sometimes I could just be like, you don't know, I play, you didn't. See, but I don't do that. I spend a lot of time in these labs. I spend a lot of time with all 22. So when all the rest of these guys is simply, watching the game like you and I done already seen it 3-4 times on the all 22. They don't subscribe to all 22. They're not breaking down no plays and analysis, but they get caught up because I tell stories and they think I'm funny. But I can just be straight analysis if I wanted to. Because if you listen, and you take the analogy I gave you with the Baker Mayfield playbook, I said it's not necessarily it was the Baker Mayfield playbook. It's the scheme and the way you go about sequentially calling plays to get a quarterback comfortable. That's what we're talking about. And so when you look at the situation with Deshaun Watson, I said it like this. I said I compare it to a car, right? I compare it to a car. I bought my first nice car in the world, right? First nice one. My old 2011 Mitsubishi Galant, boy, I rolled the brakes off to that. Got a divorce, got that in the settlement. I said, "No, give me the car that's paid off. You can keep the other part." I got that Mitsubishi Galant and I rolled it till the wheels fall off. See, but it's a funny thing between regular cars and expensive cars, right? Because when you got a regular car and you don't have a payment, you're fine with it. You're okay with it. You're okay with that car breaking down. You're okay having to do more oil changes. You're okay if, say, for instance, the starter is playing around and when it gets the first cold of the winter, right? You okay with having to take it to the shop because at the end of the day, it got 190-some thousand miles on it and you don't have a payment. So you just riding until wheels fall off, right? You ain't got no problem. See, but there's a funny thing when you get a really expensive car or a car that you didn't spend more money than ever. Some cars is just, if I'm gonna pay $400, that's expensive to me, right? So, but when you get a luxury vehicle or you get a car that's really dope and you paying $500, $600, $700 a month for a car, there's a funny thing that happens. Your perception changes a little bit because now you got that car. You expect that I'm paying that car note. I better get in that car every single day and it better start like clockwork. I don't care if it's in the middle of the day. I don't care if it's cold outside. I don't care if it's in the Mojave Desert. No, this better work because your perception says I'm paying for this as we speak. I shouldn't have to be taking it to the car lot. But see, cars is a lot like quarterbacks. It don't matter how much you actually pay for them. At the end of the day, they still break. Don't matter how much a quarterback is making. You could have been giving Baker Mayfield the money on his rookie deal, or is Deshaun Watson at $230 guaranteed? All quarterbacks need maintenance. And the thing that you have to do is not about if they break, it's about when they break and what mechanic do you take it back to make sure it runs and starts when you really need it. So in the case of Baker Mayfield, we was fine with running play action because it was Baker. We was fine getting people comfortable short dump down passes. We was cool with that. We fine with that. You know why? Because we perceived that it was a lesser skill set and that's what we needed to do to be successful. But all of a sudden you get Deshaun Watson and it's $230 million. Now you're thinking like you got a luxury vehicle. You want to come out and run 5 wide and light the scoreboard up. You know why? Because those points, those passes justify the price tag that you're paying for it. But if you realize things in life, hey, you're going to have to take that car that you're paying a note on to the car shop too. You're going to have to get an oil change on that. Don't let it be, you might need a battery in the winter too. So the thing is, the Baker Mayfield playbook, if you follow me, I'm just saying, get the man comfortable. Get you some optimum throws here or there. Boom, over here. Quick 3-step game. On timing, in rhythm. Amari Cooper, here you go. Use the running game. We might not be able to get the big chunks that Nick Chubb gave you, but Kareem Hunt comes in, gives you hard running play. Shout out to Kareem Hunt for being back in the mix. Familiar face, loved it. Made me feel all warm and tingly inside seeing Kareem Hunt back, right? Jerome Ford, you may not get the same chunk yards, but it's still you being reliable. You giving the defense something else they got to worry about. And then as the game wears on and you continue to get more comfortable, then you start to see the 10-yard plays. Then you start to see the chunk plays. Now you can hit your guys like DPJ on the back shoulder fades and stuff. Because guess what? He's confident, he's warmed up, and guess what? The defense is telling him, don't even worry about it. If it ain't there, in Pittsburgh, you was just running around. You lost the ball. Listen, you didn't play well. Listen, we got you. We only giving up 3 points. Take your time, bro. And no disrespect. Go ahead, punt that away. We got you. So now you see, as I'm breaking this down, complimentary football starting to come around. And the problem with a lot of people as they're breaking these games down is they consistently fail to realize this is not fantasy football. This is not analytics. This isn't just stat stuffers. And you look at ESPN.com at the end of the game and you make this guy's really not good. He must be washed. We need to see 36 touchdowns and 55. Gee, Bush, you got to pass the ball. This is a passing league. You sound crazy. You're the same people that diminish the value of Nick Chubb. You're the same people that said, we don't really need a running back. We could just get anybody off the streets. As you can see, it don't matter. Even when you got a luxury vehicle or a luxury quarterback like a Deshaun Watson, you still have to maintenance it. And that's the problem everybody forgot. Today, they showed you what it looks like when you maintenance the guys and when you get guys involved. And by the way, no one brings this up. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me because I played in the trenches. When you play that way, you know what you also help out? Guys that are liabilities at tackle, guys that aren't really necessarily great pass blockers, because now you're mixing it up. You give them an opportunity to dictate what you're going to do up front. I could fire out and hit you. I could run block on you. And now you on your heels as a pass rusher, because now I don't know if it's run or pass. I can't just be running up with my chest all high, trying to rush the quarterback, and I'm out here getting hard run blocks. That's not what it is. But see, a lot of people don't understand that mentality. They just want all the fireworks, and they just justify my insecurities by $230 million, and I want to see a Josh Allen type guy. Well, let me just be clear. Josh Allen don't look that good when he's throwing the ball like that too. I believe necessarily that there was 1 or 2 quarterbacks that can play that way. Patrick Mahomes that messed a lot of y'all up. Because you feel like the only good, solid, comparable, consistent football is if you are doing backyard football like Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid drawing up plays in the dirt. That's not the way it's run. I'm just here to tell you. Let's get to the comments. I got to get to the comments early. Let me take this down. I know I got some people in here. I got a couple in here, man. Let's get to the super chats first. Cleveland J440, thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. Appreciate you. With this D, we can bite kneecaps and scrape 21 points up and let the D do what they do. Their swag like they don't even want to give up a first down. Listen, man, that's why I get it. People will just wait till tomorrow. We'll just G Bush we'll wait. Don't. It's still early. Listen. Once again, I got to tell y'all, I done played on defenses that feel like this. These dudes feel like you can't be blocked. They feel like everybody is a free-for-all. They are playing the game not to let Myles Garrett make plays or let's wait till somebody else make a play. Everybody out there is saying to themselves, I can make this play. And when you get to that level, that's when you have something special. Everybody believes. I'm not waiting to Anthony Walker make the play. I'm JOK. I want to make that play. And then what happens is you look around and there's 6 guys around the football. That's what good, solid defense is about. That's what running to the football does. And Jim Schwartz is out there with the swag. I got chills in my soul when they said Jim Schwartz told people, you know what? I need y'all celebrating after every play. And I'm marking you down as a negative if I see you not celebrating with your teammates when you make that play. How many times have we heard these old, stale, 97-year-old dinosaurs talking about put your socks up medium style, make sure you hand the ball to the referee, and act like you've been there before? Well, maybe I ain't been there before. Maybe this is my first sack and I want to dance. You see, life is about energy, defense about effort. And to get the most effort, you got to play with enthusiasm, with energy, with effort. That's another thing that be missing in the game now. People think they programming you and put you out there like a robot. I think you should just, it's bad sportsmanship. Shut up, Jeff. I don't even know what Jeff it is. It could be Jeff, Sam, Chris, Montel. I don't know who I'm talking to, but we all know a person like that. To me, I just think that's bad sportsmanship. Well, you probably never played anything then, huh? They don't give out awards for writing. No one cares at the end of the day. When you out there trying to get something done, you can't be out there worried about trying to be some sort of Boy Scouts of America. That ain't how the game played. And Jim Schwartz understands that. He understands that. And that's why you see that level of enthusiasm. And I need that to continue. I need that to continue. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep that pushing, man. There's a bunch of y'all in here right now. I'm going to make sure I get to the super chat real quick. Hey, Becky, shout out to you. I appreciate the super chat. You didn't even want to say nothing, but I appreciate your support and appreciate what you've been doing and supporting the barbershop, man. By the way, the Ravens took an L. Ravens took an L today to the Colts. So we right back where we want to be. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to the opportunity. Chris, what's up, man? Great weekend. Buckeyes and Browns makes Monday morning so much sweeter. I told him, listen, to me, man, it ain't nothing better. It is nothing better coming into a Monday, a Sunday, man. The rest of my day is just better. I just, I can look at my fantasy. I'm like, let me see how I got in the 4 o'clock game. I got in 4. He did pretty good today. I could watch all the highlights. I was sick after Monday night's game. Sick. I was sick with it because I knew the Steelers wasn't even good. All we got to do is not turn that football over and we win that game too. We're going to get to the defense, though. We're going to get to that defense. The defense has been, oh, man. Wood Dog MTG, I was at the game and the Pittsburgh fans in the upper tier was laughing when Chubb went down, just classless. I think some people gave him a little round of applause, but there's always going to be some idiots. There's going to be some idiots in every group. There's always a couple idiots in every group, man. William says Garrett is emerging as leader. Schwartz might be the reason he stay. Oh, listen, what do you mean? Like Jim Schwartz ain't going nowhere. If they need to sign him to a lifetime deal, they need to give him that Bob Barker deal. We might hire a stand-in, but he's still gonna call the plays from the house. Like, we're gonna go back to the COVID rules with Jim Schwartz. Jim, you just stay at home. We'll put you on Zoom. You call these plays from Zoom, Jim. We need this. Like, we're not playing. We are not playing at all with that, man. Kool-Aid Mafia in the game. By the way, of the Carolinas, let's stack up the bodies, G. Bush. I appreciate you. No days off. I love it. You know what it is. You know what we talk about. Ben! The NFL is scripted. Meme dismisses the fact that the refs legitimately sucked. That call earlier, that call was one of the worst calls I've ever seen. Not only did they Gene Steratore try to lie to you like that was what the protocol was, you liar. That is not what it is. Talk about, well, he thought he went out of bounds, came back in, and then what really happened was you carried a 3 Pythagorean theorem, 3.14, and then you look at the circumference of the field, and basically the Browns are screwed, and he didn't go out of bounds. Bro, by the way, He did not go out of bounds. And if the protocol for somebody going out of bounds and without coming back and be the first one to touch the football is throwing your hat. He did not throw his hat. So he didn't think he was out of bounds. What he did, it was lazy and was like, oh, this is the Browns. This will be such a Browns thing. I don't think Amari Cooper was in bounds. He wasn't even looking. I'm confused by that. I'm confused by that. And you can't tell me no different. There's a lot of biases and a lot of inbred type things in people's mind. That's why when you get media guys who always laugh and joke, it's the Browns being the Browns and the Browns. Listen, you don't think people hear that? You don't think referees think the same way? You don't think the referees be like, man, it's the Browns, man. I really ain't tripping. You think twice before you throw a flag like that against the Chiefs. If it's Tom Brady, you definitely not about to throw that flag. You gonna wait until they score and review it, and then go ask a friend. You follow this is Who Wants to Be American, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire rules. You phone a friend when it's a franchise quarterback. Can you imagine? Oh, that's Tom Brady. You don't. It's Peyton Manning. You're not about to throw that flag right now. We'll wait this out. What are you doing? It's the Browns. Oh, it's Deshaun Watson. We don't want to see him. And Nick Chubb's not on the field. Come on, man. They do that. It's way too many of them calls. It's way too many of them. It's just Drama City TV Clear. Where all the haters and negative energy for Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson played lights out. That energy that you see, and it's a shame that you're going to see that energy. You see that energy from people that's supposed to be covering the Browns too. You see a lot of that energy. And trust me, I said last week he played terrible. I said last week he need to step his game up because we going to need him. But some of the vitriol in the comments, bro, and listen, man, let's just be clear. You're not smart. You're not smarter than everybody. You're not offering nothing new if the first thing you say about Deshaun Watson is his bag. It's some of y'all, I'm really starting to believe you just jealous. I mean, are you upset that you didn't get 230? Well, you don't do anything. I'm not getting 230 and I'm fine with it. I'm okay. Look, bro, you work where you work, I work where. Some of this stuff be so, it's an undertow. It's just like if you dig right over the soil, it'd be right on the surface. You'd be like, what the heck is you? Why are you doing national media talking points? At the end of the day, who did the Browns not get because they had to pay Deshaun Watson? I'll wait. What magical unicorn or fairy or magical treasure chest did they not be able to get? What free agent, what trade did they not be able to complete because Deshaun Watson made a certain amount of money? Zero. They still going out and getting players. Still restructuring deals. I've never got people that have never studied mathematics at a high level, don't know nothing about any type of math. But you telling me you're a cap expert? You don't even do your own grocery list. Your wife does that. You don't even know how much money you make. Your wife just spends that money too. But you telling me you counting his bet? I know. One day the chickens are going to come home and roost, G. Bush. They're going to be flat out of money because we gave them to. Come on, man. Stop. Just stop. Just quit. Couple super chats. We keep it moving. I want to get to this defense too. The defense, a Big Kev 9539. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you so much. 526 people in here. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit the like button. Share. You ain't got a super chat. You ain't got it. Sometimes you ain't got it. You know what you can do to help the barbershop and support us out here? Hit that like button. Big Kev 9539 says the defense unit itself has only allowed 18.6 points per game. Stefanski needs to continue to stop pulling punches and let the dogs loose. Right now, the Cleveland Browns got the best defense in the game, and it's not debatable. I think the Cowboys are good. They just lost Trayvon Diggs. I think the 49ers are a good team. Philadelphia's a good team. But they ain't playing with this level of dog, this level of excitement. Man, to me, I just like why I'm almost like I like watching them defensively. Before it was like, dang, they got a punt. Now it's like, I'm trying to see what they're doing up front. Trying to see what's going on with that. E-Unit 5, thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. Is the running back good enough? Running back RB room good enough? It was so promising to my heart. It was like seeing an old friend. Nick Chubb, it was a beautiful thing seeing Kareem Hunt come up and represent Nick Chubb and come back and run the football hard. I like where Dearness, or not Dearness, I'm gonna say Dearness Johnson. I like what Jerome Ford has been doing. I like what they're doing. I think the running back room is solid. I think if they continue to keep up that energy, continue to use them, sprinkle them, catch the ball out of the backfield, I think they'll be fine. If there is another injury, then we got to go touch something. We got to go get somebody again. We appreciate you. Now, is that Paramo? Sandu? Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. If I screwed your name up, just type to me and we'll get it right. We appreciate that, man. Awesome. You was at the game? I was at the game. It was live. Appreciate you, man. I heard it jumping. I had the surround sound on. Joseph just came off. You guys got off UCSS, came straight to you. You know what we do over here. We it's unfiltered. This is all cool. Man, hold on. By the way, you can get back on that train with the Kool-Aid Mafia too. Bushline Beauty / barbershop. Stop playing with it. The Kool-Aid Mafia. I will be wearing this new baby, this new puppy. I'll be having that on tomorrow on the UCSS. People gonna ask me, what happened to the Kool-Aid, G. Bush? Kool-Aid is way of life. What you talking about? Kool-Aid is all about understanding what's moving out here. You know what it is. Let's continue on. I got a couple more super chats. I'm going to make sure we get the cats in. Fred Himes, thank you so much. Victory Monday, coming, G. Bush. This defense is tops in the NFL. I appreciate you, Fred, for the super chat, and I echo the same sentiment. This defense is live. It's energetic. We're going to get to it here in a second, too, because I want to definitely talk about them. You guys have been so awesome. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. 540 in here. Hit that like button for your boy. Let's get back to it. Hold on, let me get this real quick. I tripped. Let's get back. We ready to go. Here we go. Where we at? Myles Garrett is a monster. There's nothing else to talk about. Myles Garrett is an absolute monster. I thought today Myles Garrett played one of the best games. I thought one of the best games he ever played was the Chicago Bears game where he had like 5 sacks or something. But this is beautiful. You know why it's so beautiful? It's because he's making plays on the run game now. Tackle for loss against Derrick Henry. They make Derrick Henry look like he was a pulling guard. They make Derrick Henry look disinterested. He couldn't get the ball rolling. And when you're dealing with a big back like Derrick Henry, 230, 240 pounds, the thing you want to do is not let him get rolling downfield. Not let this guy get rolling downhill, because what the Browns did was, if you can't get them big bodies and them shoulder pads moving forward, they was hitting him in the backfield. 2 steps, hit Myles Garrett. 2 steps, hit JOK. Speaking of JOK, Anthony Walker. I don't know if they got stunt doubles out there. I have never seen JOK play this well. I mean, this guy's reading and reacting like he don't have keys. Like he looks like he was in the backfield one time so fast. I thought he was in their huddle and knew the play. I'm like, dang. Grant Delpit is looking like the best safety in the game. Anthony Walker just got a torn quad, and he playing fast. I'm like, dang, was he even hurt? Juan Thornhill. And when is the last time you seen a Cleveland Browns defense? I'm 42 years old. I have never seen a Browns defense run around, tackle people like that, and not miss tackles on the first try. When the Browns are hitting you, you're going down. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy to me. This is crazy. And when you get guys like Zadarius Smith and Obo and Dalvin Tomlinson and just all these guys, you know, it's just difficult, man. I actually felt myself feeling sorry for these dudes. Psych. I ain't feeling sorry for nobody. I liked it. Every second of it. They couldn't even get the ball off. I'm like, dang. There's nothing there for them. Nothing. There was nothing the Tennessee Titans can take from that film. This is one of them things in the industry where they said, we got to just burn this. We're going to burn this tape. Because there's nothing they could have did offensively. Like, it wasn't like they were terrible. It was just even Alex Wright and Mo Hurst, they're in the backfield. How can you establish a running game? Ryan Tannehill couldn't get his feet set. It's tough when it's like that. And I could expect Myles Garrett to do that on the pass, but when he's doing that on the run, Browns defense is simply elite. I don't need to see much. And the great thing about defense and run games and hustle and special teams, all of that rolls over. That carries over. That carries over. It could be in Texas in the middle of summer. It could be in Alaska in the middle of spring. It could be in Tennessee in the fall. It could be in Ohio, and it's hot outside or it's cold. All of that stuff travels because this team is playing with want to on top of it. So Schwartz is not going to let them fall off like that. He holding them accountable. And the most impressive thing about this was this. Most impressive thing about this situation was this is coming off a Monday night game where you were embarrassed, you lost to an inferior team, you lost to a rival, you lost your best player in that game for the season, and you did it in front of a national audience. For you to come back and have that level of effort, attention to detail, and that much tenacity to come back against a good Tennessee team. Tennessee is a good defensive team. Tennessee is a solid team. Don't get it twisted. They ain't no suckers. This ain't like playing, Ohio State's JV team. They got ball players over there that have done something in this league. They got playmakers over there like DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry. Simmons is a monster up front. Tart is great up front. They got nice guys. They nice secondary. So they ain't no suckers, man. They play well. But for the Browns to come out and dismantle them defensively the way they did and give up 3 points, and the only reason they got them 3 points was because we fumbled in our own territory. They were never close to scoring. Never. Let that sink in. They weren't close. We're not close. And so for all those people, this is Shut Up Sunday. All them people that want to hit you at the water cooler, want to text you, that want to play, they want to be the adult in the room. They think they're going to get some extra credit for being conservative. When they say, well, it's still early, I'll be waiting to the 49ers. No. We're not going to play those games. We're not going to play those games. And the reason I don't play those games is this. Was it too early to lose Nick Chubb for the year? You can't just call timeout and be like, ooh, really? Nick Chubb, that's one of our best players. We can't afford to lose him for the rest of the year, so we're going to act like that didn't count. Does that count? Yeah, it count. Every single one of these games count. So if you want to keep moving the goalposts talking about you've proven to me, shut up. We're not worried about you. Sometimes you gotta strip people's athletic medals. Sometimes you gotta strip them and be like, man, we ain't worried about what you talking about, bro. You ain't saying nothing intelligent in about 3 years. You got the same old. You don't even believe what you're saying. I don't like that, man. I don't like them sticks. Like I don't like. I swear up and down. What's the name? Done ruin the industry. Like these debate shows done ruin the industry, bro. Because a lot of these people don't even be really like. They don't even believe what they're saying. They just think that like since debate shows was hot and have been on TV for 20 years, that's what an analysis is. That's what watching is. Let me argue a point that I don't even believe in. And it's erroneous and it's stupid, but I'm going to take this side, you take that side. Come on, bro. That is. Maybe I'm just talking the truth, man. Maybe it's just me, man. I don't know, man. I can't get into that too much. And that ain't for me. Because you're lying to yourself, bro. You know good and well what you said ain't really hitting. That is not hitting for nothing. Not hitting for nothing. Let's keep it moving. I want to keep it moving. We're going to get to this. Stefanski and the game plan. Game plans matter. And we kind of alluded to this earlier with Deshaun Watson. But we could drill down a little deeper there with Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, by the way, hey, listen, put it in the chat, man. I have never in my life, this man, I've never seen a tight end quarterback sneak. Where does this man, where does he get this from? Like this guy, listen, I know he was up all like Wednesday, Thursday, up burning the midnight oil. They'll never guess what I'm going to do with this. They'll never guess what I'm going to do to mismatch and get Harrison Bryant involved. Quarterback tight end sneak. What the? And he ran it twice. He ran it like with a straight face. With a straight face, called it twice. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. Harrison Bryant, quarterback, tight end sneak on two. He ran that garbage twice, and it worked. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. This is unstoppable. This is not cool. That's not cool. Harrison Bryant has to. I don't know if I got to take Family Tree DNA, Ancestry.com, 23andMe. Harrison Bryant is somehow related to Kevin Stefanski. That's the only thing I could think of, because this man consistently finds way to spot shadow that man, and I don't know for what. I don't know why. I don't know if he had he has to have a rooting interest in this. Is he on your fantasy team, Kevin? Tell us. Listen, don't tell us you're going to get suspended. The league ain't playing with y'all. But listen, are you trying to pay back some FanDuel money? It's Kevin, there's no reason you're spot shadowing Harrison Bryant like this. You started off the game against Pittsburgh. Yep, we're going to isolate Harrison Bryant. 5 wide hair. He's funny. He is hilarious. He does some things that to me really gets me. The option play last week. But if he could just stay out of his, if Van Pelt could just stay in his ear and be like, and be the voice of reason and say, don't get beside yourself. The Browns can win a lot of games. The only thing that I'm nervous about is Kevin Stefanski and how he's going to call these games, and Deshaun Watson sometimes being like Superman, like the pass backwards by Deshaun Watson. I would love to be in the film room when he talks about why he did that tomorrow or on Tuesday. I mean, because I was like, bro, what are you doing? You can't throw that rock backward. What? Good thing for him. He after that he played. I mean, he acted like it was just nothing and just decided to keep cooking, which is awesome. But Kevin Stefanski, if he can stay out of his own way, don't oversmart himself, and just keep it consistent, keep it crisp, the Browns can do some stuff, ladies and gentlemen. The Browns can really win some football games. It's just the simple fact that he has to rein himself in and realize, let's play some complimentary football, and realize you don't have Joe Woods over there. You got Jim Schwartz. It's not a Joe Woods thing. You got Jim Schwartz. It's an opportunity that you guys can either get some points on the board. Those guys are going to stop some people, but the game plan matters. And I thought if you go back and watch the blog on UCSS, and I talked about them going back into the Baker Mayfield playbook. And once again, Baker Mayfield playbook has nothing to do with comparison Deshaun Watson to Baker Mayfield. We know he's a superior quarterback. What I'm talking about is the philosophy on throwing the football. When you don't have a guy like Nick Chubb and he's that dynamic, you cannot go out there and expect to throw the ball 75%, taking deep shots every single play when you only got Deshaun Watson and Jerome Ford back there. Plus, you got Jed Wills out there trying to cover somebody. You got Jed Wills singled up 70 times a game with 5-step, 7-step drops. No, that's not the game the way it works. Amari Cooper is a great receiver. He's not a 6'4" DK Metcalf. You know, Elijah Moore, I like his change of direction. He's not a Stephon Diggs. Like, play to what you're gonna do. Play to your strengths, and then put in a couple of wrinkles here or there to slip up and make the defense think about it, have the game plan for it. And as long as they could do that game plan, the Cleveland Browns should be a team that's really going to be successful. Really going to be successful. Let's take a look at some comments. I know it's a bunch of comments here. I want to get to a lot of you guys. Also, we got some. This is your opportunity. Right now, we're going to open it up for just some Q&A, or if you want to have some just a conversation, a question, we're going to open it up to you guys. Get your thoughts out here on a big time win. Lamone Jr. The fact that the ref was right in front of the coop. I know. And he was 2 seconds in front of him. It wasn't like he's 55 feet away. like it wasn't like he was just crazy. 80 Alpha Juliet. How much you want to bet that the ref did it to irritate and send Deshaun Watson off? I thought it was great because here's the thing that I like. How many times have we seen the Cleveland Browns have a call go against them like that and still like derail the whole game? Like, everything unfolds after that. We missed 3 kicks, turnovers. The fact that they went down and still scored points and still put them away shows that this team got a little different mindset than some previous teams. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep going. There we go. Bellegarde, DY 82% completion percentage. Can he be back to 2019, 2020 Deshaun Watson? We need to see that Watson, because without that Watson, we're going to be horrible. We're not going to score any points. Okay. Let me see what that's. Hey, I got the receipts. I'm gonna check the energy this week. Hey, we're gonna check the energy this week. Bam Bam Bigelow. Wife has credit card type food. Don't you hate them? Listen, so sir, do you want to put it down for the DirecTV? It'll be 3 equal installments of $99.99. You'll get to watch all of your teams every single day. Also, the Red Zone channel, you'll get that as well. Would you like me to add this to your cable bill? I don't know. I got to check with my wife first, because she really runs all the bills and stuff. I really don't pay attention to any of that. I really want the DirecTV Sunday ticket, but I got to check with my wife. She has all those things, and I don't get to eat or sleep without her telling me to. I don't pick my food, and she makes me drink water from the dog dish every Thursday. But it's just what I'm. We know them type fools. That you can't do nothing. Now, my wife said I can't come outside to play, guys. I can't come outside to play, and I got my work clothes on. She said I got to change into my work clothes. That's why they hate you. That's why I don't like you. This is why your subscribers be kind of stagnant sometimes. G Bush, you be joking too much. You playing around. Stop playing so much. Man. Iron Mike 88 3 says, are the 23 Browns the 85 Bears? I don't know if they 85 Bears, but I will tell you what, they are sure fun to watch. They are. I watch them like they did 85 Bears, because to me, if you live in Cleveland, these are our 85 Bears, because I ain't never seen no team play like this that been in orange Browns, orange and brown jerseys. Speedball Jones says, best defense since the late 70s. I was born in 81, so I'm going to take your word for it, but I don't think they had nobody like this. Kendrick Brown says the defense playing with that swag too. They're so confident in getting better with each possession, and they don't even listen, we saw Mitchell come in, 6th round pick, I believe, out of Northwestern. Greg Newsome was out today, didn't miss a punch, didn't miss a beat. Thornhill wasn't there the first game, didn't miss it at all. That's how you know you got a solid defense. That's how you know you got a solid defense, man. Professor Chaos, D-Hop make you 52 yards, made me feel better. Hey, man, I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you guys all supporting as well. Greg Carr, thank you so much for the super chat. G. Bush, after the Baltimore Indy game, how do you feel about us in the division? I'm feeling great in the division. Let them take that L. See, Lamar Jackson will give you something, Greg. Lamar Jackson will give you some plays. Remember a couple years ago, it was on prime time. He gave us like 5 interceptions during the game, and we couldn't muster no points to win. Lamar Jackson will do that. Lamar Jackson is a guy that he'll make boneheaded plays. He's electric with his arm, with his legs. He'll dazzle you, but he'll give you something too. I'm excited about next week, man. I'm super excited about next week. And the Browns is wide awoke. I think that Pittsburgh game pissed them off a little bit. I think they wide awoke, ready to play. Wide awoke. Let's see. Ryan Burlow, defense is dominating. Of course it is. We appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate all of it, man. This linebacker room was disrespected. Listen, you go back and watch one of my blogs. Anthony Walker called me out on Twitter. Like it's about a year ago. And he said, I called him a jag, just a guy. And then we didn't get no other linebackers. I had to go back and beg. See, if I wouldn't have begged for everybody, he wouldn't have came. Not playing with you. But he did say, I see you. I see you. He put the eyeballs emoji out there. And I had to come back in the blog and be like, thank you, sir. We appreciate you for you stepping back into the building because you saved us. Especially when you talk about that 1-year deal. You saved us. Anthony Walker's playing out of his mind, too. B. Skrills, what's up, man? Long time barbershop supporter. I believe the Browns could go undefeated at home this year with this Schwartz defense. Hey, I need everybody too to be playing a role. I like the energy and effort at home games. I'm trying to get this thing back to be the dog pound. I like what y'all doing. I like the energy level, the crowd. I think we starting to slowly but surely bring that type of energy back. Thank you. Great analysis. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Michael says, someone asked Jay about the linebackers, please. Oh no, listen. Shout out to everybody on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. But this week we're gonna talk. See, I was gone. I was a little sick all week. I was sick. It was down on a lot of cats. Thing. Wasn't very high on Watson. Wasn't very high on Kareem Hunt. They definitely rightfully should have been down on the offensive line. But it was a little bit, they didn't really they weren't drinking no Kool-Aid. But you know what I do. I come right back. It's a lifestyle. Stop playing with me. I got the blueberry. I'm rocking this tomorrow. By the way, you could still get them Kool-Aid Mafia shirts. Stop playing with it's a way of life. Y'all cats be thinking the Browns gotta win every single game and go 14-17-0 to rock Kool-Aid Mafia shirts. No, Kool-Aid Mafia is just about digging a little deeper in life, thinking a little bit different, a little bit different vibe, a little different swag. You know what it is, how we move with it. Come on now. I appreciate great analysis. Thank you. Alex Wright is inside. Was a problem. I thought Alex Wright played great. I thought Alex Wright played great today. I thought he showed that level of he's one of those next guys that's going to continue to get better throughout the season. Belgar, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate you so much. And for everybody that's done, with the super chats and definitely hitting us up, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Definitely. We got one more. Let's see. We got one more. D. Watt heard a fool on the scramble. He did run the ball like he was angry. Like he was trying to get some frustration. I don't know. He was mad. Like, I don't know. He was visualizing somebody, but I'm like, dang, bro, calm down, bro. Yeah, it's just a game. BK Brown says props to the O-line. They gave Watson time today. O-line dominated Titans D-line. Watson was comfortable in the pocket today. I thought he looked night and day from what he was. Now, was I getting a little worried? Yeah, I was a little worried. Tiny bit. I'm not going to say I said a prayer for him, and I said, listen, Lord, if you can, go talk to Deshaun Watson and tell him you'll be all right. You always pray for your people, man. I pray for a lot of y'all on here because y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Chris J says Jerome Ford showed up. And Chris, I thought he did a really good job of giving what it was up there. Right? No fumbles, no dumb stuff. Run routes well. And I like the fact that they got the running backs involved in the pass game as well. I'm wondering, Sonic Sky, I don't know what you're laughing about, but there's about 35 things I could have said. Jay Stan said, check the energy with your UCSS partners. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. They're gonna come out feisty. Because they gonna make it seem like they ain't say nothing crazy. I never said that. No. Never said that. Never said nothing. None of the above. I thought the Browns were gonna win by 50. Oh man. James B, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you as well. Stop the cap, G Bush. I thought I was from Canton. You could be from Canton. Alpha 80 Alpha Juliet says, can I get a punt returner though? We don't know about that. Jakeem Grant got hurt. They just be putting DPJ back there like a crash test dummy. They'd be like, listen, what I need you to do is just catch this and take this blow for the team. Here, I need you to fair catch this, take this drop kick in the teeth, and then just we'll take over at the 10. But at least he was fielding the punts this year. At least he was feeling. No days off. Stay true, G Bush. Keep your head on a swivel. I'll be looking around all the time. I'm like, listen. Sometimes I get nervous. I'll be at the grocery store. They'll be like, G Bush. And I'm like, you're not supposed to know who I am. Like, and I'll be having all kind of pandas on them. How did you recognize it? Well, obvious. But I watch people too. Be looking around like, man, they don't like what you just said. They don't like that. Oh man, here we go. We got it. Wow, you guys are just stop the cap. Jay Crawford is an op. He's not a Browns fan. No, I will say this. Jay is a Browns fan, but he's just eternally scarred. Like Jay is one of them people. Shout out to him. Jay's a guy who, if I could compare it to the dating, right? You ever meet somebody and you're doing dating and you're like, oh man, she's hot. Oh man, she got a good job, no kids, look like she in shape, good family. And you're like, how the heck is that person? How do you still single? And then you go on that first date and you see that blank stare and you be like, yeah, something traumatic happened to her multiple times somewhere in her life. I don't know what happened, but yeah, she's not dateable. Jays feels that way with his team. Like he feels like he didn't see, like at his age, he didn't see it all happen. Like he was literally in his 20s when the fumble happened, when the drive happened. He was like paying taxes when the drive happened. Like, so that was like 25, hurt his soul. He was really a dude with kids. He was like really a grown man, like in his prime when they took the team. Can you imagine? I wasn't but 14. I was still playing like video games. I'm like, listen, the Browns suck. They took the team. They hurt me, but I was still playing video games. As long as I got to go outside and do some stuff, I was cool. But them old cats, they talk about it like it was like, like they World War II vets or something, bro. They was traumatic. It'd be traumatic out here. Be Nice says, thoughts on Jed today? Any replacement? Jed was still kind of bad. He gives up a lot of pressures. They're just going to have to mix it up with him. And Be Nice, that's going to be one of the most terrible contracts coming up because his 5th year ain't till next year. And they already signed it. Think about it. The Jack Conklin miss and the Jed Wills miss are devastating because they gave an extension to Conklin and Jed Wills is there. I don't know what they can do. Maybe you could package the Jed Will with some Twizzlers, a pack of socks, maybe a Donovan Mitchell, Utah Jazz, Gabriel Brothers jersey, and see if they can get something. Other than that, I don't know. We just going to run play action. Fred Himes, we won by 24 on the 24th for number 24 for real. Hey, man, my man Earl said the same thing. Shout out to Earl, too, man. His father passed away on the 24th as well. He said it was a really special joint for him. I thought it was a special win, and guys really did their thing. Christopher Gillespie, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm a regular guy, but Watson played 1 out of 9 well. I hope he's all right. Hey, look, here's the thing. When you talk about continuing on, you got to realize he's played 9 games, right? As you continue to add stuff to it, continue to get comfortable, confidence is there. I think you're going to start to see week by week, game by game, the Deshaun Watson that we want to see. It's just a specific way you got to go about it. I just don't hope they just throw him out there and say, go give me 5 touchdowns. That's not the way the league works. That ain't the way the league works. Jake R says, hey, G. Bush, thanks for being the voice of the fans. We get sick of hearing Jason and Jay make their negative pronouncements on the team, and especially on Deshaun Watson. They're going to sound like the national media. To me, I've always been, even in the beginning, hey, man, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Shout out to Jason and Jay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And the great thing about football is Deshaun Watson and any other player has an opportunity to go out and prove people wrong. He has an opportunity to go out and play great football, and they have an opportunity to say he didn't play well. But now they call G. Bush the checks and balances. I like to be the scale of balance around here. Look, there ain't no way you can't say he ain't show up and play this week. Ain't no way, right? Ain't no way you can't say that. So now it's time to get past that. Oh, what do we talk about? We talk about Deshaun Watson balling out. That's what we talk about. Oh, well, we don't talk about Alligator. No, we talk about him 80-something completion percentage. Oh, we're going to talk. No, we're going to talk about the fact that ain't no Nick Chubb, and he going to have to manufacture what he manufactured. Is he going to play like this every game? I hope. But it's the league. Some days you're not going to play well. Some days you're going to play well. Some days you're going to get boat raced. There's one thing, like, for me, I always tell people like this. They call me the Duke of Knee Jerks because I'm animated. I'm spirited. I love the game. When I watch the game, it takes me back to a place where I'm a young kid and I'm playing the game that I love. Of course, I'm going to be animated in the sport I'm talking about. You're supposed to be because I got passionate about it. But I'm not delusional. I understand that there's a process to going about winning. And I also understand that, you can say, you could be pessimistic about it. But the great thing about it is you could go out and change people's approach. I've been right about a lot of stuff. DeJuan Jones, I was the only one rocking it. Kareem Hunt's done, he's washed. I'm like, bro, you bring him back. Like I was right when I said Judge Wills wasn't talking about nothing. Nah, I think he's average. When I say Deshaun Watson only played 9 games, but Baker had 59, and it took you 59 games to come to the conclusion that David wasn't what we thought he was, why would I sit here and buy into the fact that 9 games is just enough? It ain't. Now, does it mean it stings any less when he doesn't play well? Or does it sting any less when you lose to the Steelers on national TV? No. But the reality of the situation is, he'll get better as time goes on. And the best part about the Browns is you're going to start to see why they moved on, because they do have elite pieces everywhere else. So if you could get that effort and do what it needs to do, guess what? It'll be great. The Willie Ashford says, I hope I watched the play well enough for Jay to finally get over 6. Also, I had no idea Jordan Elliott can actually play football. The Schwartz effect. When you got somebody that's playing underperforming and you playing against ball players, you have no choice but to bring it up. You have no choice. When you got people that is dominant and they are the standard, you have no choice but to get it together. That's like saying you go to a club with Chris Brown and Usher. You might not be able to dance a lick, but you better bust a two-step that night. you have no choice but to get yourself on that floor and move around a little bit. You ain't trying to get embarrassed like that. That was Chris Brown and Usher. Who's with Chris Brown and Usher? That's G. Bush, man. He G. Bush. I thought he was a little more mobile than that. He out there looking terrible. Not today. Denzel Ward has been fired. Yes, he has. Oh man, you guys are crazy, man. You guys are awesome, man. Cowboys struggling with the Cardinals. I told you, everybody struggled. Everybody struggled, man. Everybody gets it. So, this is my favorite time of the show. We done reached the hour, 500 people in here. Shout out to you guys, man. I want to respect you. Just thank you for always checking in with me, always waiting on me, always checking up on me, and just showing me so much love. So this is a Friday. I need to let's get the roll call going. Let's get that roll call going. Need to know where you're calling from, where you at. Supporting the barbershop, supporting the Browns. Where you at, man? All across the world. And as always, I'll start it off. G. Bush, Hall of Fame City, Canton, Ohio, 330. Stand up, 234 in the building. You already know it is. Lehman Middle School in the building. Camp McKinley High School, Clarendon Elementary. David Miner, before it even starts, I'm down for paying Grand Open. We're not going to play. We're not going to do none of that. Well, you could get a safety anywhere. Mark my words. Mark this timestamp. I don't know if they can afford to pay a safety. You can get a safety anywhere, G. Bush. No. Let's keep it going. Where you calling from? Let's start it off. Fifth Dog, Columbus, Ohio, 614 is in the building. Hey, Bernard, man, what up? We in the Heights. We know what it is, man. Pee-wee's Burnt Pizza, man. West Side, till I die, we see you. 614, we see you in the building. ATL via Akron, shout out to you. Tennessee is here. 502, Toledo, Youngstown, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Shout out to Killer Cam, too, by the way. Him and Mace. Akron in the building. Jacksonville, Florida, via Athens, Ohio, Trimble High School. Shout out to the county. My boy down in Meigs County. Shout out to Vinton County. Shout out to Meigs County. Shout out to all southeastern Ohio. We appreciate you. Avon in the building. Barberton, Ohio. Rochester, New York. I got the most electrifying fan base, the most diverse in all of the streets, man. 216 Westbourne East. I'm in Cleveland, Akron, 330, Bronze City. We see you, Cuyahoga Falls, man. Hey, man. Orlando, what's up, man? Columbus, we here. Columbus, the whole city, east side, west side, 216 family. We see what's going on with you. B Skrills, I see you out there, 216. Shout out to all the Bobcats. Yeah, Sonic, nice win by the Buckeyes. We'll take that in Indiana. We'll take that. Medina is here, 216. St. Louis, by the way, a Youngstown. Shout out to Hitman Holler. Shout out to A-Bird. Shout out to B Magic. All those dudes out there, man. Shout out to all. Give you a thumbs up for our guy G Bush. We appreciate you, man. Let's get a couple more in here. You got the most electricity in the city, G. Hey, we stay with 1,000 watts, man. See what I did right there? 1,000 watts. Can't wait to see Stephen A's first take as the Cowboys lose to the Cardinals, and he got to put the Browns back up there as well. Let's do two more, man. Cleveland, Ohio native, Birmingham, Alabama, 216 is in here. Sparta, Greece. Shout out to Greece in the building. Findlay, Ohio. Let's get one more. And AC 562 Go Browns. Man, as always, man, I want to thank you guys from there. Make sure you check me out tomorrow. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Jason J. Bull, your boy is back. The People's Champ is in the building, ready to go. Kool-Aid Mafia is in the building. And as always, you know where you can catch the Kool-Aid Mafia. And by the way, don't do no imitations. If it don't got the barbershop polo on the sleeve, if it ain't got this on the sleeve, it's not, it ain't authentic. If it don't got this flavor right here, if it ain't on the sleeve right there, see, the cats from China, they can't copy that. You can copy my Kool-Aid. Stop playing, but you can't get the poll. At the end of the day, shout out to everybody out there. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 to 1 on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Make sure you set your DVRs. Coming up on Friday, we will be on WKYC. We'll be there for 12:30 to 1, getting you ready for Browns Ravens. Big week. I need the numbers up. Everybody pull up on us this weekend, and we're going to do it big. Cleveland Browns dominate in the recap, 27-3 over the Tennessee Titans. And for everybody here, have a great evening, have a great night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. And you don't never know where G. Bush is going to be at. Don't know. I might be here, there, Bleacher Report over here, UCSS 92.3 The Fan, but you don't know unless you listen for the Clippers. Peace.